Hi, Emma. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Monica. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely. My
Now,
pleasure.
I know it's a little bit different, but we're definitely making this business call work. Sorry about those issues with the car.
It's all right. It happens.
Now, how was your day overall? Did you do anything interesting at work today?
It was a busy morning for sure. Everybody wanted a coffee. Trickled down a little bit in the afternoon, but other than that, pretty normal.
That's good to hear. Okay. And did you by any chance get a chance to kind of play with that iPad I left there?
Yeah, I did actually. I really enjoyed it. It's cool.
Good. What features did you get to test out?
I played with like the connectivity. I like that it doesn't have to run on Wi-Fi, and I can take it with me and use it for business when I'm on the go. That was kind of a cool part.
Nice, I'm glad. That's my favorite part about mine too.
hmm
I usually end up doing my homework on my iPad instead of my actual computer just because I don't have to be connected with a cable or stuck to someone's Wi Fi.
I can see that.
Okay, so I was just wondering, you know, have you thought about a connected device for your business at this point?
I've kind of toyed with the idea a little bit. I mean, the computer system that we're using is really, really old, like super, super, super old, and we need to do an overhaul and like a complete IT update anyway. So maybe it's not a bad time to look at switching from a traditional computer system to something more portable. I think that might work well for us.
Okay, I know I've talked to your baristas about it, and they've had issues with the fact that it's not a touch screen,
hmm
and just that it's only meant to do computer things.
hmm
Yeah. Now, have you actually mentioned iPads or connected devices to them?
I have not actually,
Okay.
but that's something I should definitely run by my staff.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know that, as a first step, it'd be good to get one for the store itself, but you can
hmm
always build off of that and actually get them for the rest of the staff as well.
For sure.
Now, do you have anything as far as a schedule management system yet?
No, it's all paper.
Okay. Do you ever have employees coming in late because they lose their paper copy?
Yeah, it happens.
Okay. So, just saying one thing, one of the benefits of an iPad is the actual integrated system where you can send each other messages and schedules immediately without having to actually
hmm
wait around for the physical copy to print out.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, are most of your baristas, tech savvy, or would you say,
More so than I am.
okay, that's definitely good there.
Yes.
Have you heard them talk about your current POS system so far?
They all hate it.
That's something you just have to deal with, but
Yep.
okay. Now, how would they feel if all of a sudden there was an iPad in place of that?
I think that they would be very, very happy. I think that it would make um, time with each customer in my shop. I think that it would make the wait times for coffee a lot shorter because the system would run a lot more efficiently. And I think that it's something that would help my staff run more efficiently also.
Okay. I'm glad you see the value in that.
hmm
Now, would there be any objections that you may have to an iPad, just personally?
No, I don't think so. I think that having to go through and change out the computer system is going to be the hardest part. But if there's a time to do it, it's probably now.
Okay. Now, one thing, do you personally have a smartphone?
I do, yes.
Oh, is it an Android or an iPhone?
No, it's an iPhone.
You already know how to use an iPad then.
Yep,
There's not going to be a
that's
learning
true. I did
curve.
notice that it was kind of like my phone.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the easiest things. Instead of having to do this computer to computer, we can just go iPad to iPad or iPhone to iPhone communication now.
Okay.
So basically, it does take out the middleman, the heavy, lunky, connected to Wi-Fi middleman.
Yes.
Now, did you have any questions on the iPad?
Is there a way that I can get it to run credit cards? Because I know that would be a concern.
Yes, actually. There are multiple
Okay.
apps you can use. Um, there's a few specific where you can send money from one person to another person, like Venmo. Um,
Okay.
There's also Cash. Now that would be you can actually type in the credit card number and send money that way. There are other applications and actual physical add-ons for an iPad like the Square app and the Square physical device where it's this actual square and it'll plug into the headphone jack of your iPad.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
From there, you can swipe the card and take the customer's money. Now, there is going to be a processing fee through Square as a company, of course, for using their service. But it's going to be quite small compared to everything you've already been paying to run the larger machine.
Right. Well, and that's something that I have with my current credit card reader anyway. I have to pay a fee with them, so that's not a huge deal.
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah. Now, do you ever take checks at your location, or is there no checks?
No checks.
Okay, so that already cuts off one possible issue there. You're already getting into the 21st century, going more either cash or card.
Yep.
I know that in the past when I've had to take checks at my business, it just causes a headache, and it takes forever to actually run the check through the reader. And then there's always the what if it bounces. You know, I know as a small business owner, you're getting a lot of locals, and that would be quite an embarrassment to have that issue with one of your regulars.
Yes. One thing that I'd love to be able to integrate at some point, I know that I hear a lot in the buzz about like the tap to pay, like with Apple Pay and the Android Pay and that kind of a thing. Is that something that the iPad can do too?
The iPad itself cannot, but with that Square add-on, they make a basic one for swiping, but then they make a more advanced one for the actual chip readers, and I want to say that one already takes the Apple Tap to Pay, or they're coming out with a newer version soon.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah,
that's useful.
Yeah, the iPad itself is going to be a great tool, but the fact that it's so widely known, they're constantly making attachments and add-ons for it. So not only will the operating system be up to date, but there will be constant new toys to add on to it.
That sounds really cool.
Now, I did leave a pricing sheet there. Did you have any chance to go over it?
Yep, I looked at that a little bit.
Okay. And I did want to be honest that there were a few different options of doing it, and of course there are other cell phone providers that sell iPads as well. You know, the Verizon's going to be one of the main ones in the northern Minnesota area that actually has good service. Now we, not only do we brag about that, but we do have proof through RootMetrics. They do their annual testing and seeing where there's actual service versus no service. But I know that some of our competitors would be T-Mobile, AT&T, or Sprint. Now, those are all your options for connected iPads. You could also go with a non-connected iPad that just runs on Wi-Fi, but you would have to have Wi-Fi set up at your coffee shop. I think you already have it there.
Yeah, we have wireless. It's not the fastest, but it's there.
Right. Yeah, you can definitely do that and just have it connected through your wireless, but if you're having customers connect to it as free Wi-Fi, it's definitely going to cause kind of a security risk and then also slow you down.
Okay, we don't want that.
Right. Just wanted to make sure you knew that, iPads can be Wi-Fi or connected. And then I know if you guys ever thought about in the future, you could always get an Android tablet as well, but just because everyone seems to be kind of iPhone in your coffee shop, it's just a smoother integration.
Right, for sure.
I know Apple is the pretty hipster thing to do, so.
Wow.
Now, let's see. Have you ever thought about, was there anything that would make you want to stick with your current operating system, that just cash box with the basic number pad?
You cut out there for a second, Monica. What was that?
Is there anything that you like about your current operating system with just the cash box and the number pad?
I like that the system is like right on the counter. So it's something that's like physically there. So if there'd be a way, I'm sure there's something out there, but if there'd be a way to take the iPad and like integrate it into like something that I can have on the counter that's already like built in that has the reader there. So it's something that kind of replaces the system that's on the desk already. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, Square actually does that already, where instead of having the iPad as just an iPad sitting there, it basically glues it to the stand, and then it sticks to the actual tabletop. From there, it can rotate but it's not going to be a high theft item where you have to worry about someone walking out with it.
That sounds good. Yes,
And then,
I think
yeah,
that'd be more, I think, along the lines of what we'd be looking for a POS system.
And for the cash customers, you actually can have a cash drawer underneath that you can access with a key or something for the cash purchases.
That's cool too.
Yeah. Now, do any of your customers mention the receipts, or like they don't want the receipts ever?
Yeah, I get that from time to time.
Okay. I know personally I'm terrible at changing the receipts in the printer, but one thing that Cash and an iPad in general would offer would be the text or email receipts.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's taking a really green initiative and, just trying to make things a little bit easier. It is a lot easier to save text messages than all the little crumpled receipts that you accumulate throughout the day.
Yes, I know my purse is kind of a little bit of a mess. I'm not the best with receipts either.
I end up just tossing my receipts into the car and I'll find them eventually.
Exactly.
Oh. Now, let's see. We did mention, the different options there. Oh, how does the iPad feel for you? Like, physically, is it a comfortable size?
I'd like it, I think, if it were a little bit bigger.
Okay.
I like your little size, but I think for the POS system, it'd be nice to have something on the bigger side. Maybe like I think that on the sheet there was like an iPad Air or an iPad Pro. That would have been a little bit of a bigger screen.
Yeah, actually, I have I did leave the iPad Pro 9.7 there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then there's the actual Pro 12.9 inch. Now that's going to be quite large.
That's a little too big, I think.
I would recommend that one more as a personal tablet, just for the space that it's going to take up on your counter. It's actually a great tablet for movies and everything, but as a POS system, it might just be a little too much.
Okay.
And then also, it has the same internal specs as the 9.7. You would be paying a little bit more because of the screen size. So
I don't think I need anything quite that big.
Okay. Oh, did the payment options make sense there? I know I did mention device payment and 2-year and retail price.
Yep, that all made sense to me. I think that what we would do is we wouldn't do the payments. We just buy them on the 2-year activation, because then it's a write-off if we do them all at once.
Oh, good call.
Yep.
Okay, then. Now, would this be something you'd be possibly interested in, maybe meeting up at the Verizon store about?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Okay. When would you be available to meet?
Are you going to be in the store on Wednesday afternoon?
I do believe so. Let me double check my schedule quickly.
Okay.
I've got it on my iPhone. Yes, I would most definitely be available. What time would you like me to make an appointment?
Anytime after 3 works good. I've got one of my other assistant managers that comes in, so I'd be able to leave the shop, and we'd be okay then.
Okay, how about 3:30, just in case something happens and if they're a little bit late and traffic?
Yeah, that works good.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. I will definitely set some time aside there. I'll get everything kind of set up so we can just jump right into it, okay?
Perfect.
Awesome. Now, I'm glad we were able to have this meeting today. Rather oddly, but we made it work.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Monica.
Yeah, thank you. I will see you on Wednesday at 3:30.
All right, sounds perfect.
Sounds good. Have a good night.
You too, Monica. Thank you.
Yep, bye.